Hello and welcome back after our summer break. I hope you enjoyed your summer break and feel nicely refreshed. Now, if you remember, we've been talking about miracles. There's so many stories about miracles in the Bible. Now, today, there's several miracles in one story. So I'd like you to think and say which pieces of the story are miracles. I'd like you to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Welcome, welcome, we're glad that you have come. Welcome, welcome from each and every one. Welcome, welcome, we're glad that you belong. Welcome, welcome from each and every one.
I have a magic bag. I wonder what's inside. Shall we take a peek at the surprise? It's quite heavy today. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got a big jar of olive oil. I wonder what that's being used for today. I have a magic bag. I wonder what's inside. Shall we take a peek at the surprise? Oh, we have a bag of flour. Very strange. So we have flour and we have oil. I have a magic bag. I wonder what's inside. Shall we take a peek at the surprise? Sticks. I wonder what sticks are going to be used for today. So we have sticks, we have flour, and we have some oil in our magic bag.
Elijah was a man who loved God. He knew God. He talked to God. He listened to God. And he did what God told him to do. One day, God said to Elijah, "I want you to go to the town of Zarephath. There's a woman there who lives with her son. I want you to visit her, and I want you to stay with her for a while." So that's just what Elijah did. When he arrived at the town, he saw the woman coming towards him. She was gathering sticks to light her fire. "Hello," said Elijah. "Please could you give me something to drink and some bread to eat?" "I'm sorry," said the woman, "but I have no bread. There's just enough flour in my jar and enough oil in my other jar to make one last meal for me and my son. And then we'll die because we have no more food to eat." There had been no rain there for a very long time. The plants had died and the rivers had dried up, and there really was nothing to eat. "Don't worry," Elijah said to the woman. "Just make your meal, but first make a small loaf for me. God says that until it rains again, there will always be enough flour and oil for you." The woman did as Elijah said. She lit the fire and she cooked some bread. There were enough loaves so that they each had one. There was one for Elijah, one for the woman, and one for her son. And this happened every day. Every time she made the bread, there was always enough flour and enough oil so that she could make bread for each of them every single day. And it happened every day until at last it rained again, and the plants grew again, and the river flowed again, and then everyone had enough to eat. It's hard to share things sometimes, But the woman listened to Elijah, who listened to God, and she shared the little she had, and it was enough to go round.
We can plough and dig the land. We can plant and sow. We can water. We can weed. But we can't make things grow. That is something only God can do. That is something only God can do. That is something only God can do. Only God can make things grow. We can edge and we can prune. We can break and hoe. We can lift and we can feed. But we can't make things grow. That is something only God can do. That is something only God can do. That is something only God can do. Only God can make things grow. We can watch the little shoots sprouting row by row. We can hope and we can pray, but we can't make things grow. That is something only God can do. That is something only God can do. That is something only God can do. Only God can make things grow.
Let's get ready for our prayer. Shake, shake, shake. Hands on knees. Bow our heads. Dear God, we thank you that you make things grow so we can make and eat wonderful food which sustains us. Amen.
Goodbye, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We thank you, Lord, for everyone. Goodbye, we'll see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We thank you, Lord, for everyone. Goodbye, we'll see you soon. The time has come for us to go. We thank you, Lord, for being here to praise your name, to learn of you, to be with friends and close to you. Goodbye, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We thank you, Lord, for everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We thank you, Lord, for everyone. Goodbye, we'll see you soon. This is our prayer as we go home. Please keep us safe in all we do. Please be with us at home and school. We thank you, Lord, for loving us. Goodbye, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We thank you, Lord, for everyone. Goodbye, we'll see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We thank you, Lord, for everyone. Goodbye, we'll see you soon.
Orlo, you've caught Teddy and I eating our lunch. I tell you what, do you want to make a sandwich with us? Teddy, let's put these to one side and we'll start again. First of all, you need to make sure you've washed your hands. Teddy, have you washed your paws? Yes, he has. If you haven't, pause the video now, go and wash them, and we'll wait here for you, okay? Right, are you back? Have you got clean hands? Great, let's start. Our story today was about some bread, and to make our sandwich we're going to need bread. You're going to need a plate, a knife, some bread of course. I put margarine on mine. You might want to use butter, or you might want to miss out that step. And then you need something to put in your sandwich. What do you like to have in your sandwich? Yeah? That's a good idea. I asked Teddy and he wanted jam, so we've gone for that. But you could have cheese or peanut butter or Marmite or anything really. We're going to have jam. Right, let's get started. You need a piece of bread and your spread or your butter. Right, I'm going to put my knife in there. So I've got some on the end of my knife, and then I'm going to spread that on my piece of bread. There. I'll lift it up so you can see what I'm doing, but it's much easier if you do it on the plate. There you are. What do you think? That looks done. Now, on goes the sandwich filling. Dip my knife in the jam. Oh, look. That looks nice. Put it on the bread. What do you think? Needs a little bit more? Yeah, I think you might be right. I'll get more jam. Spread it out to the corners. How about that? That looks better, doesn't it? Now you could fold your sandwich in half now and you'd be finished. But I'm sharing it with Teddy, so I'm going to make it a bit bigger. I'll get a second piece of bread and I'll put more spread on top of that. There we go. And I don't need more jam because this is just the lid. I'm going to put it on top of the first piece. Pat it down. And look, there's my sandwich. It's a bit difficult to eat a sandwich this big, and I want to share it with Teddy. So I'm going to cut it in half with my knife, okay? And I'm going to do that on the plate because I want to cut the sandwich and not my hand. There we go, cutting through. Now I've got two smaller sandwiches, but Teddy has quite small paws, so I'll cut his again. There you go, there's two even smaller sandwiches. There you go, Teddy. And what do you do with the sandwich when you've made it? Well, if you're hungry, you can eat it, can't you? That's good. Thank you for joining us for sandwich making. See you soon.